Hello children, today our lesson is Round in Off and Scientific Notation. Firstly, we will learn about scientific notation. What is this scientific notation? That is a way of expressing numbers that are too small or too big in short form. That means concisely, right? Here I have given you few examples here. What are these? These are the ways that we use very big numbers or very small numbers. So in short form also we can write these numbers, right? That is called the scientific notation. So we will learn how to write these type of numbers in scientific notation. So children, this is the format of the scientific notation. See, the decimal point is there. Decimal point must be there. Before the decimal point, we can place only one digit. But remember that one digit mustn't be 0. That means this can be 1 point something, 2 point something, 3 point, 4 point, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can use the digits from 1 to 9, but 0 is also one digit, no? But you cannot use 0 there, right? You cannot write any number in scientific notation like this, 0.52. Likewise, we cannot write this is wrong. But this can be 1.21, 7.64. Likewise, we can write no problem. And at the end of that, we must place a 10 to the power something, right? See, in this way. We will go to the examples. Here I have written few big numbers. We are going to write these numbers in this format. Okay. Firstly, see, in this number there is no any decimal point, but we want the decimal point also in scientific notation. Right, you should remember that in each and every whole number there is a hidden decimal point. Remember that, a hidden decimal point. We cannot see it, no? See. But here in these two numbers, of course, these two are decimal numbers. The decimal point is there, we can see. But here, the hidden decimal number can be called whenever that we want. No problem. Right? Where is it? At the end of the number. See? So, I want it for the, when we write in scientific notation, we want it. So, I called it here. Right? Now, we need to take this decimal point forward until we get one digit front there. Okay, see how many times we need to send this decimal point. One digit by digit you must send it. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, only 5 times. So now the decimal point is not here, now it is here. So how can we write the new number there? 4.2. Do we need to write these zeros at the end? No need. In a decimal number, n zeros are not needed to write. So I am just writing 4.2. And here, except this, I can write this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What have I written here? When we multiply 4.2 by this 1 lakh, we can get the same answer, right? See, after the decimal point, instead of all the digits, I have placed zeros there, right? So children, finally we can write the final answer as 4.2 into 10 to the power 5. Here how many zeros are there? 5, no? So 10 to the power 5. So it's not compulsory of writing this step. You can count the number of times that you jumped there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So write it as 5. Here I wanted to show that here the power must be a positive one, right? You jumped forward, no, you brought this decimal point forward. That means the power must be a positive one, right? It comes like this. This is the real thing happening there. With the help of this, we can understand the power is positive, right? But for all the sums, no need to write that step, right? We will go to the next one. Here also there is no any decimal point. Think that decimal point is at the end of the number. We will go forward. Okay, here 1 2 3, here still 2 digits, huh? We don't want 2 digits, we want only 1 digit. So again you need to jump. Right, now what is the number we need to write? 5 point. Now point is here, 3 should be written, 2 should be written. Don't write zeros at the end. and multiply by 10 to the power. How many times did we jump? 1, 2, 3, 4. Positive 4. Huh? Index is a positive 1. Next, at the end of the decimal point, we will bring it front. 1, 2, 3. Still we have 2 digits. We will go forward. Okay, from here we will stop. Then we can see that only 1 digit is remaining. So we can write 6 point. I told you that last zeros no need to write. You can write like this. No any other digits. No. So we can write 0 times 10 to the power 4. Or else instead of this you can write 6 into 10 to the power 4 also. Both are correct. Next, we will think that the decimal point is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times we need to move forward. 1.0 multiply by 10 to the power 6, or else 1 into 10 to the power 6. Next, there is a decimal point. And also before the decimal point, 2 digits are there. We cannot place 2 digits. Only 1 digit should be there. That means only once we need to jump. What is the number now? 8.93 into, how many times did we jump? Only once. We can write it as 10 to the power 1 or as 10. Next here, decimal point is available. So 1, 2, 3. Now only 1 digit is there. 4.25312, all the digits from 2 to this 2 should be written. Why? They are not zeros. And remember that, just imagine in the middle there is a 0. Are we going to remove that? Because I told you, no, after the decimal point we cannot place any zeros. Remember that last zeros only we can remove. See, last zeros only we can remove. In the middle, if there is a 0 among these other numbers, we cannot remove them, remember. Last zeros only we can remove, but here no any zeros, but we wrote all the digits, right? Multiply by 10 to the power, see how many times we jumped? 3 times. These are the answers. Next, just 1 digit can be seen, no decimal point also. We will call the decimal point here. Right, before the decimal point 1 digit is there. It's already in scientific notation, so we can write this like this: 5.0, no any other number. If there is no any other digit, we can place 0. Multiply by 10 to the power. Did we move decimal point front? No, we didn't move the decimal point. We just call it only. If it is moving only, we can write 10 to the power something. So we didn't move the decimal point anytime. So we will put 0. 0 times we moved, right? Or else 5 into 10 to the power 0. Next, there is decimal point. And before the decimal point, only 1 digit is there. There is not 0 even. It's already in scientific notation. So we can write it like this: 2.35 multiplied by 10 to the power 0. Why did we put 0 here? Because we didn't move decimal point. Next, see children, what is the special thing that you can see in these numbers? Not like earlier numbers. Earlier, in all the numbers, we could see that the power, the index is positive or a 0, right? But here children, in these numbers, the index must be negative. Why is that? Here before the decimal point 0 is there. Remember that before the decimal point, if 0 is there, surely the power must be a negative 1. Negative power should be there. Remember that, okay? Right. Now, are we moving this decimal point forward or backward here? To write in scientific notation, backward, right? How many times? Only 1 times. Then only we can see 8 point. So, front 0, remove that. We can write this as 8.6 multiplied by 10 to the power. How many times did we move? 1 times. That is minus 1. Why? Because before the decimal point 0. Next, in this number also only once we need to move the decimal point. So what is the new number? 5.742 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 1, because only 1 time we moved. Here 0.1, 2, still we didn't get any other number except 0. 3, we got another number, right? So this can be written as 8 point, now the decimal point is here, 19 times 10 to the power, how many times did we move? 3 times. It becomes minus. Why is that? Because in the beginning it was 0 point something. Here, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now only we got 5 point something. After 5, no any other number, so we put 0. 10 to the power minus, how many times? 3, 6, 8. See. Now children, we are going to convert the numbers given in scientific notation into the general form. Okay. See, some examples are given in scientific notation. We are going to convert them into general form. Right. Now, see the power here, positive 4, plus 4. Right. Firstly, look at the decimal point. The decimal point should be brought backward if it is positive. Okay, remember that. If the power is a positive one, the decimal point should be moved back. If the power is a negative one, the decimal point should be moved front. Remember those two. Right. Now, I am writing this 3.76 just here. And 10 to the power 0. Now, how many times do I need to take this back? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, I brought the decimal point here. For the spaces, what do we need to put? There are 2 spaces. For the 2 spaces, we will put 0. So, the new number is now 37600. 37,600 is the number. Okay, in the general form I have written. Next, I'm just writing 9.2 here. Okay, to show you how to get the answer. 10 to the power plus 8. If it is plus 8, this decimal point should be moved backward. How many times? 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, decimal point is not here. It has come here. There are many spaces. For the spaces, what do we need to put? 0. So, I am writing like this. 9, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, this is the answer. Next one. 1.765. 10 to the power plus 5. If it is plus, decimal point should be moved backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the spaces, put 0. 17650. Next one. 10 to the power 2. Because there is the space here, I am writing here. See, 2 times only. Now the decimal point must be here. So before the decimal point, what is the number there? 200.58. Next, 10 to the power 1. If it is 1 only once, we need to move the decimal point. So 50 point means just 50. Just think that 5.0 multiplied by 10 to the power 0. Do we need to move the decimal point wherever that you want? No. No need to move. That means just 5 is the answer. 5.0 is 5 only. Now children, see the indices here. They are negative, right? When the index is negative, we need to move the decimal point forward. Remember that. Right. Just I wrote this to show you how we need to move the decimal point. Okay. Just I wrote it here. Now, how many times we need to move the decimal point? 2 times forward. See, 1, 2. Now the decimal point must be here. Firstly, I am placing the decimal point. After that, for the space, I put 0. And what are the other digits we need to write? 1, 3, 2. Before the decimal point, what do we need to put? 0. Earlier, when you were converting general form numbers into scientific notation, even can you remember? If any number starting from 0, we place the index as negative. In the same way, remember that before the decimal point, only 0 should be there. Next, 4.6 and minus 5 is the index. That means 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We need to move the decimal point. Now, you need to start from the decimal point. For the 4 spaces, we will put 4 zeros and then 4, 6. Before the decimal point, also 0 should be placed. Next, 10 to the power minus 4. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the decimal point is here. For the 3 spaces, we will put 3 zeros and 9. Do we need to write corner zeros in decimal numbers, no need. In the middle we can write zeros, but at the end we no need to place zeros. And before the zero also, before the decimal point also place 0. Here -1 means only ones, right? Now decimal point 8, 6, before the decimal point 0. Here 10 to the power -3, that means 3 times we need to move. For the 2 spaces put 2 zeros, and 6, 7, 2, 9, all the other digits should be written, and before the decimal point another 0. Now children, we will go to the next section, rounding off. Right, under this we need to round off numbers to the nearest multiple of 10, to the nearest multiple of 100, nearest multiple of 1000, and when you are given a decimal number, to the nearest whole number even, and to the nearest first decimal place, second decimal place. Likewise you need to round off. Okay, firstly we will start from nearest 10, nearest multiple of 10. You learned when you were in grade 6 also. 53. If it is hard for you, you think like this. On either side of 53, what are the main tens that we can see? In between 50 and 60, no, 53 is there, right? So this 53 is very closer to 50. 27 is located in between 20 and 30, but 27 is very closer to 30. 35 is in between 30 and 40, but it is the middle number. When we consider these two boundaries, 35 is correct in the middle. So to which number do we need to put this 35? Surely to the next big number. Remember that, right? If it is the boundary, that should go to the next big number, multiple of 10, that means for 40, right? Here 519, that is 3-digit number. You look at 19 only. 19 is in between 10 and 20, and it is closer to 20, and this must be 520. Next 74, 800. 74 is very closer not to 80 but for 70. When we consider 85, in between 80 and 90, 85 is there, but this is the middle number, so it should go to 90, 690. Next, look at the last two. 8. When we consider 8, in between 0 and 10, no? 0 and 10, and this belongs to the next number, 13,010. 25. 25 is in the middle number, it should go to the next number, 30, multiple of 10. Now children, rounding off any number to the nearest multiple of 100 or 1000. Here we will round off to the nearest 100. There are these numbers, we will round off to the nearest 1000. Okay, right. See, earlier to the nearest multiple of 10, no? So we took the tens number, and then to the nearest one we rounded off. Here we are talking about hundreds, no? So we will see the 100 number here, 425, right? On either side of 425, what are the hundreds there? 400 and 500. In between 400 and 500, no, 425 is located, and this is very closer to 400, right? So we can write 2400 is the rounded off answer. Next one. Of course, in the same way, in between 400 and 500 only 485 is there, but it is very closer to 500. So I am writing 2500, right? The new number should be 500. Next, 2450. Of course, 450 is also in between these two, but it must be the correct middle number, no? It is the correct middle number. So if it is the middle number, it should go to the next bigger multiple of 100 there. So it should be 2500. Next, see, 754 should be in between 700 and 800. Look at this is not the middle number but more than middle one. 3800. Next, 310 is located in between 300 and 400, and it is very closer to 300. Next, in between 600 and 700, but it is closer to 700. Next, it should be in the middle, 100 and 200, and it is closer to 100. In this one, in between 200 and 300, and it is the correct middle number, it should go to the next 300. These are the answers. Next, to the nearest multiple of 1000, right? Say children, here you need to consider about thousands values only. 2485 is in between which thousands? 2000 and 3000, right? Now you can see whether this is in the given number is correct in the middle or before the middle or after the middle. According to this one, 485, no, so it is not in the middle, it is very closer to 2000. Next, this is also in between 2000 and 3000, and this is 2901, means it's closer to 3000. Next, in between 2000 and 3000, it is the correct middle number. 2500 is located in the correct middle, so it should go to the next bigger multiple of 1000. Next, this is the 1000 value between 2000 and 3000, and it is the correct middle number, so we can write it as 1300. Instead of this full thing, you can write this, right? And in between 3000 and 4000 only, this number is there. Okay children, we stop from here, right? Okay, this 3725 is in between 3000 and 4000, and it's very closer to 4000, so we will write the answer as 4000. Next, this number is in between 6000 and 7000, and when we consider 6290, it's closer to 6000. Next, go to the 1000 value between 5000 and 6000. When we consider 5420, it's closer to 5000, but here one is also there. Next, 8500 is in between 8000 and 9, in the middle of 8000 and 900. It's the correct middle number, so 39,000. Right, these are the answers. Now children, we are going to round off decimal numbers, right? When you round off decimal numbers, you can round off them to the nearest whole number, or else to the nearest first decimal place, second decimal place, third decimal place. Likewise, there can be questions, okay? From an example we will go, okay? See the first example, 3.784. Firstly, tell me how many decimal places are here? There are 3 decimal places here. See, there are 3 decimal places. Now, according to our first question, to the nearest second decimal place, that means they want 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places are needed in the answer, needed. But here 3 decimal places are there. So, we will remove 1 decimal place, right? See, 1 digit should be removed, no? 3.784. 1 should be removed, no? Then only we get 2 decimal places, right? Can we just remove 4? Of course. If the removing number is 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise, if it is a number less than 5, you can just remove it, okay? No change for the remaining number. If this removing number is 5 or greater than 5, you cannot just remove it. When you remove it, you need to add 1 to this side. Normal addition, 1 should be added here, right? So here just 4 now we are removing, so there is no any change happening here. So we can write it as 3.78. See, this is the answer for the first one. Next, the same thing, same decimal number, we need to round off to the first decimal place. To the first decimal place means only one decimal place should be there. The other two should be removed. Check whether the removing number is 5 or less than 5 or greater than 5. It is a number which is greater than 5, no? So just you cannot remove that. When you remove it, you need to add 1 here when you remove it. Okay, so what will come? 3.8. 3.8. Remember that, children, this mark is not equal mark. Okay, this is not equal symbol. This is approximately equal. Why? When we round off, if you are writing 38, when we round off, 40 is coming out to the nearest multiple of 10. Are these two equal? Can we put equal mark? No, they are approximately equal, nearly equal. So we put this symbol only. So children, this is the answer for the second one. What is the third one? Whole number. That means we don't want any decimal places. From here, we need to remove. This number is greater than 5, right? When you are removing just a number, such type of number, you need to add 1 here. So for the third one, what must be the answer? 4. 4 is the whole number. See the next example, children. 3.769. How many decimal places are there? 3 decimal places are there. According to the first question, we want only second decimal place, and that means we need to round off to the nearest second decimal place. 2 decimal places only we need. That means we need to remove the last one. Last one need to be removed. See the removing number, that is 9. Just we cannot remove such a big number. If the number is 5 or greater than 5, when you are removing, add 1 to this side. What will come then? 3.77. Right. Next one, rounding off to the nearest first decimal place. If it is for the first decimal place, only one decimal place we want. The other two remaining decimal places need to be removed. Look at the next number, 6. It's greater than 5, no? If you are removing such a number, you need to add 1, right? Same answer will come. Not same answer like earlier. 3.8 will come, okay? Next, to the whole number, to the nearest whole number. That means we don't want any decimal places. From here, you need to remove all the decimal places. Look at the number, you are removing 7, no? Right, it is a big number, so need to add 1. So answer is 4. We will go to the next example. To the second decimal place, here also 3 decimal places are there. To the second decimal place, when we round off, last digit should be removed. It is a big number, so we need to add 1 here. So the answer is 19.53. Next, to the first decimal place, only one decimal place is needed. When you are removing such a number, we don't want to do any change here. So just we can write 19.5. Next, to the nearest whole number, that means remove all the decimal places. See the number? So need to add 1 here, right? So answer becomes 20. Next, in this number, children, there are 4 decimal places. Questions can come in different ways, okay? In this question, they may ask sometimes round off to the nearest third decimal place. Third decimal place means 3 are needed. Need to remove the last one. What should be the answer? 153.672. Why? This is a number less than 5. If they ask to the nearest second decimal place, see the removing number, no need to add anything. 153.67 only. To the nearest first decimal place, from here we need to stop. See, this one is a number greater than 5, so need to add 1 here. So 153.7. Next, to the nearest whole number, all the decimal places should be removed. See the number 6, so need to add 1 here. 154. So children, this is the end of this lesson. So I hope that you will be able to do all the exercises in your textbook, right?